Hello everyone, are you wondering about the brand new healing policies and which healing policies should we go for? Well, I'm going to give you that information today, right? I'm going to give you my opinion, obviously, and the one I have picked this season, and maybe you might follow suit. So let's get into today's healing advice and policy guide. Hello everyone and welcome to today's video, and yes, we're going to be going over all of the policies, including the healing policies which everyone has been waiting for and obviously wants to know my opinion on them, right? So I am going to go straight through to those three brand new policies first, explain them, and then we're going to move back, right? We're going to start from this beginning and then move forward so you can understand where we are at when it comes to your tree progress, right? So, benevolence, as you can see, this is the one I have picked, and I'll explain why later, but I'm going to go through all three of these healing options, right? So when you're looking at your benevolence and you're wondering which one of these should you unlock, right? The best way of knowing about this is benevolence is going to grant you more free healing, right? This is obviously more tailored towards the free-to-play player or low spender that doesn't want to use any resources. So that's kind of the reason why I have picked this, as you can tell, right? I don't want to use any resources this season. I am purposely trying to push my tech and actually, buildings this season compared to any other season that I've been playing on, right? So using free healing mainly is way more advantageous, right? As well with this, as you can see, you would get that prestige bonus on this one, so that's why you want to grab here as well. It will help you through, obviously, your policy tree, which is very, very nice, right? When it comes to reprieve, right, reprieve is more tailored, I would say, to the low spenders and the more heavy fighters in the game, right? If you are planning on fighting and you know you're going to be using your free healing and at the same time you're going to be using a little bit of your resource healing on top just to fulfill, the days on days of fighting, the second one, personally, is probably the one for you. And this is probably where a lot of players might go to. And I understand why as well, because you're going to get that extra buff of merits as well from taking this, right? So this is kind of a really important one too. But just remember, like the actual talent, right? This healing care reprieve one, if you go up here and you went to take the Glories of War one, the health benefit one works the exact same way. So this has a weekly limit, and so does that healthcare one in the policy tree. So just remember that when you are taking this as your policy, right? Because when you read this and you click on your subheadings, you will be able to see that as well. So the final one, and this is the one that I would honestly stay away from for every single player, unless you're a Kraken, because this is basically Rise of Kingdoms. That's kind of the way I can look at it, in the way I was interpreting the way you used healthcare diligence, right? So if you're a really active fighter, you're constantly able to heal off your troops. This isn't going to matter because you're going to be able to use your resource healing and all of your hospitals to their maximum potential, basically, and keep on fighting. However, if you are one of those players that are not, who are slacking at paying attention to your hospital bill and to your hospital, being filled up from battles, you will accumulate more deaths. So this is the one catch-22 one, right? So I do want to make sure you guys know that, right? So these are kind of like the free healing things, right? Depends on which one you want to go for. I'm not going to be the guy who's going to slap you across the face, but I can make an argument for benevolence or reprieve. Honestly, both of these middle two good. They're really fair, right? They're really nice. But the one at the end, we ain't touching, boys. We ain't touching the crazy one on the right side, right? So it's up to you which way you want to go. I like I say, I'm purposely going through healthcare benevolence. And then when we move back, we're going to go through all of the healing policies now, right? And I have done a little bit of a different healing policy tree compared to last season, just to compare the difference, right? And I will give you guys the original tree, which I think still probably will be better for most players, right? So when you're coming into your beginning policies here, you know what to do. Minimal requirements to push through, just to get through all the way, into the deeper trees. And then you're going to start, obviously, putting into more points, right? So for me, obviously, daily elixir production, you're going to obviously have this max 10 out of 10. And then you're going to get access to your next choice, right? Most players, I would honestly take the limit. The elixir capacity limit is bonkers. 400% extra limit is crazy if you can have purely enough speed to support it, right? And what this actually does, because you have a 400% limit, it means you can sleep, right? You're not having to wake up every 6 hours to refresh your hospital, because that is the difference, right? If you take the healthcare reform, which is the elixir production speed, I promise you, you are going to be healing way faster than most players, but you need to be actively doing it, meaning you're gonna hit your cap within 6 hours, guys. You will see this. Look, 6 hours and 13 minutes to hit 92,000. So it's very short. Yes, I'm gonna heal 100k troops, but it's every 6 hours comparatively to players that are waiting nearly 8 to 9 to 10 hours. So that is the difference between there. And if you are one of those players that believe you are going to be able to keep healing this and never have that hospital filled, good for you, because that is honestly going to be a really good one, right? But majority of players should be taking Apothecary upgrade. But like I said, by the end of the season, I will give you my full opinion on here, right? From this, it's pretty simple. You're just going to move all the way through. Boom, 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 boom. And no matter what, you still take, as you can imagine, this speed here. Even if you took the 400% elixir capacity earlier, here you will be taking the elixir production speed. This is going to allow you to obviously keep up with all of the free healing that you've got, right? And you need this as high as possible. And this will work really well, as you can imagine, with benevolence. So this is kind of why I've gone this route. I've gone full max elixir speed reduction. Like, I'm doing as much elixir healing as I possibly can in the shortest amount of time. And I will give you guys, obviously, my verdict at the end of this season with this, because it is a little bit different compared to what I've done before. But if we're going to move back now, when we're looking at all the other healing options, you do get to choose stockpile days or daily healing resources. And I'm not going to lie, I actually think daily stockpile days is broken. And I used this last season on both. And I'm going to be doing it pretty much the same as I did last season. So I grabbed this one to give me a bunch of days. And then over here, I actually increased the full amount of daily resource healing. Because what this allows you to do, which is very surprising, if we go into my actual healing area right now and go to the resources, you can see how much is remaining, right? And already from 1 day ago, I've nearly got 700,000 troops. Plus another 700,000 troops. So this is great. This is nothing to laugh about, right? And that's only by putting that 1 point in the blue section and maximizing afterwards on the daily resource healing per day, right? So this is the reason why I go that route on the policy tree. You should try it out yourself. You'll probably really like it by just grabbing these stockpile days here and then the medical seminar at the back, right? So that's all of the healing choices. I hope I've explained it really well for you guys, and you've heard my opinion on why I've gone those routes. Because now it makes a little bit more sense, right? Because I am trying to free heal as much as possible to push my tech and just to push buildings. Because today I will showcase for you guys a little bit closer, but I'm halfway there, boys. This is remembering I was on 0 at the start of this season, and I'm already at 2 point, nearly 5k out of 5k, which is halfway to the building being complete. And we're very, very early on into this season. So I am very happy with my progress. We are very close to getting this building to 25, allowing us to start pushing our hospital then to 25 and our other building. And if you're wondering about the watchtower, it is very good. We're coming very along, so I don't have any worries, right? I'm going to be T5 very, very soon when it comes to the building side of things. And if you are wondering for my tech, just to finish this video off, you know we're looking good. We're looking beautiful for this. We can unlock pretty much any T5 we want. We can choose on our own regard if it's going to be infantry, ballistas, or our vestals. I'm probably going to do ballistas and infantry, and then I'm going to do mages and knights. It's going to be a very bit of a question mark, I know, but I actually have some really good infantry, and I'd rather play with T5 inf. I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm going to be a Chad in Call of Dragons. So, with all of that, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video on anyway the healing policies, and I'll give you that little bit of an account update as we're going into this Season B2. And with all of that said, you know what to do. Smash a like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next video, stay safe, guys, stay sneaky, and peace out.